Hey everyone, how's it going? This is Wire. I know I haven't posted a video on my channel in quite a while, and that is because I have been working on my comic book. Um, Working on my comic book takes up a lot of my free time, so um, I don't have much time to play games, record them, do the voiceovers, and edit them and stuff like that. I do have time to play games like when I take a break, but as far as doing all the other stuff, editing and stuff, it's very time consuming. So my energy has been focused on my comic book. I, in fact, let me show you what I've got. And I'll leave a link in the description to this website where I post the progress of my comic book. So I've been posting page by page as I get closer and closer to finishing. So it starts here with the cover, and then I have them labeled page 1, page 2, all the way to page 19, which I uploaded 5 hours ago since making this video. And so yeah, you guys, I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to check that out, so you can, if you're interested, you can follow the progress and or read the comic and let me know what you guys think. But so for this video, what I wanted to do was do a little tutorial on how to do this add-on for one of my favorite games, Left 4 Dead 2. So when I play this game, a lot of people ask me, you know, how am I doing this? And I tell them it's a mod, but when they get to it, they kind of find it confusing. And I agree, it's kind of confusing. It confused me a little bit in the beginning, but I kind of figured it out. And so I figured I would do a little tutorial if anyone else is interested. They can watch this video and learn how to do it. So the mod is in the workshop of Left 4 Dead 2, and the easiest way for me to get there is to click details here on the game, and then if you come down here to browse workshop, it'll take you directly to the Left 4 Dead 2 workshop. And so here in the search bar here, what you want to type in is Vox, V-O-X, and the one I use is this one called Vox Complete Vocalizer, and it's made by a guy named C2. Well, at least that's what he's calling himself right now as of making this video. And so this is the voice vocalizer that I use. So to install it, you basically hit subscribe here. I'm already subscribed, but I guess, I mean, I can unsubscribe, but it don't matter. I mean, just click the subscribe button, and then the add-on will be installed once you open up the game. So he has some written instructions here, but I kind of got lost in between step 2 and 3. That's what I found most confusing. And he gives us some suggestions as to which keys to bind what commands to. But I'll leave that up to you. I mean, I bind my keys to meet my needs, but I'll show you here when you start the game. So let's start the game. So go back to our library and play the game. I'm gonna skip some of this. And so here where it says add-ons, you want to wait. Let me lower the volume and the music. So here where it says add-ons, you want to wait until the little spinning 4 is done. Once that stops loading, all your add-ons that you have for the game should be installed. And of course, the Vox Vocalizer is one of the add-ons, so you're going to have to wait for that. Okay, so once it's finished loading, what you want to do is come to Options, and you want to go to Keyboard and Mouse, and then Edit Keys and Buttons. And so here's how all the keys are bound to their specific commands. So the only one that I changed from the default was the team chat or team message and the use of the voice command. By default, the use of voice command is the button C, Charlie. So I would use that as one of the vocalizers. So I changed it to U. So now I press U when I do want to do a voice chat. I team messaging is usually the U button, but since I don't do any player versus player online, I have no use for team message, but I'll leave that up to you guys. You can bind whatever buttons you want. So if you scroll down here to the very bottom, you'll see Vox radio menus, and this is how I bind all my keys. So you have the orders, answers, and warnings and stuff. And then you can see C, I have it for warnings, where usually the C button was for the voice commands. And then the specific lines 1, 2, and 3, those are specific things that the characters say. So Coach would say a specific thing, and then Zoe would say a specific thing. But the most important one is this one, characters. This is the button that will start everything off. And I think that's what was confusing a lot of people. So for me, I bound the character to a button that I will never hit accidentally. And so that for me, that was a number on my keypad. My keyboard has a keypad, and I chose keypad number 1 or end. If you look at if you have a number pad or a keypad on your keyboard, you can see that the number 1 is also called the end. So that's the most important key that you want, because you want to select the character before you start using the radial voice command. And I'll show you that here when we start a game. So like I said, these are how I bind mine. You can bind them any way you want, but for me, this is the easiest way for my fingers to get to the buttons while I'm moving my character around. So then you hit apply, OK, and done. And then you can I'm going to go into a single player, and I'm going to go to the streets because I don't want to see the intro animation. So again, like I said, the most important one is the character. And remember, I bound the character selection on my number pad, the number 1. So that's the very first thing you want to do. If you notice, by default, the Z, the Zeta, and the X-ray button X, those are the buttons you press to usually see the radio window to do your voice commands by default. And I'm pressing them right now, and you can see nothing's happening. And usually that's what people get confused about. They think it's not working. And so, but the thing is, you have to select your character first. So I'm pressing the number 1 on my keypad, and so there's all the characters. And so I'm playing Coach, so I'm going to select Coach. And once I have my character selected, then I can do all the voice commands now that I had previously bound. So like orders was my Z button or Zeta button, and then you can give all these commands here. I have the volume off from the game, so you guys are not hearing it, but you get the idea. So the other buttons, of course, do the other voice commands that you want. Now you can't pick you can't, as far as I know, you can't change what's already there. So, but I mean, you have enough voice commands to pretty much play the game without using a microphone. You can give all the important commands like backup or I'm coming or tank when you hear a tank, or boomer when you hear a boomer. And then of course you have the specific ones like burger. That's when Coach starts saying, the cheeseburger apocalypse and stuff. So yeah, so that's how you use the Vox voice command, or that was a Vox Complete Vocalizer. That's what it was called by C2. So yeah, I hope this video was informative. I hope you guys who play Left 4 Dead 2 get some use out of this. I will say though, Um, some people do get annoyed if you start spamming a lot of these voice commands in the game, so be careful and be prepared to get kicked out of some games if you start spamming them too much. But in any case, that's how you download the Vox Complete Vocalizer command. Uh, Hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I might be doing some more videos on my comic book. I might walk through what I've got so far just to explain the story. Um, I'd like to hear some feedback, and yeah, hope to catch you guys in the next one.